Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today we're going to play the theme from The Last of the Mohicans. I was asked to play this for a wedding a good while ago, at least 10 years ago I think, and I'd never seen the film, so I was quite surprised that such a tune would be asked for, and what a great tune it was. I've subsequently seen the film several times, and the music is really great. What I didn't know was that it was actually written by Dougie MacLean, this melody. And he originally called it the Gael. So the film was 1992 and Dougie MacLean wrote it in 1990. And it's a jig, but it's not as we know it, in that the chord sequence is a bit unusual and it has this mesmeric feeling. It just goes round and round and round in a way that a jig normally doesn't. It's a popular tune, everyone knows it, and it's well worth learning. So I'm going to show you three versions of this tune, just so you can develop it somewhat. So I suggest that you play it in a slightly simplified version the first few times, and I'll explain why a bit later on. So the beginning of each phrase, instead of ornamenting it in any way, we're just going to go like that. So each 2 bars begins with a dotted crotchet. So I'll just go through it all very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice that I've given a lot of weight to the down, down. So the first of each bar I'm weighing heavily. A lot of, they're called single cuts, where you precede a melody note with the note immediately above it. Like that. And they are very prominent in the recording of this, so I think you should try and get those. Now, when it comes to these long notes, the dotted crotchets, there's different ways of ornamenting it. And this is why I think it's a good idea to start off without the ornamentation and then learn to be able to vary it. The most common way of ornamenting them is with a roll. So the roll is like a classical turn. That's how you do it on an A note on the first finger. But it's certainly not even notes. So most of the action happens right at the end of the dotted crotchet, and you do it really as fast as possible. When it gets to the C, we're going, and then we got 2 together, and with the F, it's that one. And 2 rolls on the E, and you could do the roll with second finger or third finger, and you know you've got the roll right when you can't really hear what the upper note is. Now when it gets to the D, you can't do a roll unless you want to go into third position, which I wouldn't do. I would do a treble, which is basically a little flick. So you start with a down and then a tight little flick. And we're going to do it up the octave as well in a minute, and that will mean different fingers and different ornaments. So being able to do either the roll or the treble, or you could do no ornaments, or maybe just a slide, or you could just break it into 2 notes. So it'll make it a lot more interesting for you, and it means you don't have to learn every ornament. But I think for these dotted crotchets, rolls are the first choice. So let's just hear the first version, the simple version, and then going straight into the one with the rolls. Now, because you're going to be going around this tune quite a few times, it's a good idea to take it up an octave at least a few times. So this immediately takes us on to an A. So we can't do the roll on the A, so we're going to do the treble. And if you're going to do trebles, then you want to make sure that you're starting on the right bow. It's going to be normally a down, so you might want to make sure that the bowing in the preceding bar allows you to get to that down bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope you enjoyed this tune. If you would like a copy of the dots, then do subscribe, send me an email and I'll send you a copy, and I'll play you out with 3 times around the tune. See you again soon.